Hi guys, in today's video we are going to be looking at how to set up our Windows machine for Web3 development. Mac and Linux users generally do not have issues while developing, but with Windows we have certain barriers which can be broken using the WSL setup. We'll go over the steps one by one. This is a document that I have created which has all the steps of installation. I'll put a link to this in the description as well. Let's first have a look at what are the requirements. You need to have a system that has Windows 10 or higher version, and it should be a 64-bit machine. Next, let's have a look at what are the steps. So first is the WSL setup that we need to do. For that, we have to search for a terminal and then open it as an administrator. You will have a prompt, just say yes. Now we have our terminal opened up as administrator. Then this is the command that we need to paste it in the terminal. The installation will take some time. This installs a virtual machine on our local development. We'll say yes. So this is going to install virtual machine and WSL for Linux on our system, and that will give us a better development environment in our computer. Let's give it some time and then we'll come back.
One eternity later.
As you can see, our Ubuntu installation has also been completed. The Windows subsystem for Linux WSL is also done. The prompt says that we need to restart. So I'll restart and then come back. The computer has restarted and it has also given us a prompt like this. And here it is asking us for a Unix username and it will also ask for password. Make sure to keep a note of this. I'll just be writing Yash KVR for this, and the password I'll give it. And I'll press enter. Retype the same password. Now our Ubuntu installation is complete. As it says, Ubuntu 22.04, which is the LTS version. Next is to confirm that everything worked correctly. We need to paste this command into PowerShell. So we'll open a terminal. And paste this. As you can see, Ubuntu is currently running, which is the terminal where we set up our password. We can close this for now. And since this has also responded correctly, we'll close it as well. This is the output that we got. Now the next step is installing VS Code if you have not already, but I assume that you might, because as you are a developer you might be using Visual Studio Code. If not, then this is the link. You can use this. Next is to install this Solidity extension. You can click on this link. Click on install. Continue. Open Visual Studio Code. This is the Solidity extension by Nomic Foundation. Nomic Foundation is the team behind Hard Hat. Next is the remote WSL extension. Similarly, we can click on install, open Visual Studio Code. You can click on install. Now this has also been installed. Next step is going to be the node setup. Node is obviously required for development. You might have Node in your system, but it is not installed in the Ubuntu version that we have installed in our system right now. So we need to open up Ubuntu from the start menu, search for Ubuntu here. It will give us the terminal. Yes, KVR is what we had said. Type the following command to install Homebrew. Homebrew is very essential and easy. Like Homebrew will make it easier for us to install other tools. So we'll be going ahead and pasting this in our terminal. It is going to ask for our password. We are going to hit enter. Now it will install all the dependencies and the packages. Let's give it some time.
A few moments later.
All the packages and dependencies have been installed for Homebrew. There are few steps that are mentioned here that we need to do. So we need to copy these commands one by one. We'll take the first one, paste it in here, enter. Second one, paste it over here, and the third one. We also need to follow this step, copy and paste. It will ask for a password. Say Y, enter. We'll give it some time. So as you can see, we have some error over here and it says run apt update. So sudo apt get update. That's what it says. Now let's try that command again by pressing the up arrow twice. Say yes. Hopefully the installation is done. To check that everything worked, we need to check the brew version. Let's type -brew -version, and as you can see it says 3.6.20. So our brew installation is done successfully. Now we need to install Node using brew. So this is the command for that. We are installing Node version 16. This will also take a couple of minutes.
A few moments later.
So as you can see, Node 16 has installed and it says that Node 16 is keg only and we need to run this step. So we'll copy and paste it over here. We'll check if the Node version is installed by node -version. Because of this keg only thing, we also need to follow this step wherein we need to link our brew to Node. We'll check the version again. Now as you can see, we have Node version. We also need to have NVM so that we can work with multiple versions. Because in development you might need a older version for some project, you might need a newer version for some other project. So we need to add NVM to our development environment also. So the next step is we need to have curl. Say yes. Now that curl is installed, the next step is to copy and paste this. Then we need to do the next step, paste, and hopefully NVM is installed. We'll type NVM use 16. So my bad, this is not the command. We need to type NVM list. There is just one node version, so we can install by saying NVM install, let's say 8. This will give us node version 8. Now we can check for the list. We have NVM version 8 here in the list, and then we can try to switch the version by typing NVM use 16. So the version is not installed with NVM. We can do NVM install 16 for the matter. Now if we click on, or now if we type NVM list, it will give us those two versions, and then we can use whichever version we want. Currently it is using 16. If you want to switch to 8, then we can type NVM use 8. Now as you can see, it is using node version 8. So this is the basic setup that we will be requiring for development on Windows machine. I hope that you found some value from this video. If yes, then hit the like button and also subscribe to our channel. This is Yash signing on. Hope to see you in the next one.